According to a recently published international study, men's sperm count is declining significantly, including right here in the U.S. Here to discuss this and other common sexual health issues that men encounter is certified sex therapist Emily De Ayala. Hey, Emily.
Hi, Derek.
How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Good. I'm glad we are sitting down in these very comfortable, easy chairs.
I know, it's important to get comfortable for this conversation.
So I'm glad we're talking about this because this is a topic that a lot of people are uncomfortable by.
Right.
If you know me, you know I'm sort of an open book. I think we should be able to talk about anything.
You should.
Especially if it makes us uncomfortable.
Right.
So tell me about the study then. A decline in sperm count.
Yeah, so they did a regression analysis looking basically back over 40 years of research on sperm analysis and found that it's declining significantly in the last 40 years. It's interesting to note, though, that they still aren't really sure why. They speculate that it could be exposure to pesticides, obesity, smoking, lifestyle, stress. And then there's been some people who aren't too sure about the results of the study. So take it with a grain of salt, but that's not to say that men don't experience sexual health issues.
Well, so what are some of those sexual health issues that men
So, it's interesting. I work with a lot of couples in my practice, but of the individuals who come in, the majority are men, not women.
So interesting.
I know. So I think we're quick to think that women are more likely to experience sexual issues, but men really are too. Of the men that come in, I see a lot of erectile dysfunction, issues around rapid or delayed ejaculation, and also low desire.
Okay, so let's start with the first one, erectile dysfunction. Again, a topic that makes a lot of people uncomfortable, but so many men experience.
They do.
I understand the nervous system actually plays a really big role in this.
Sex begins in the brain, okay? The largest sex organ we have is the brain. So information is fed through the brain and then sent down our nervous system to either send signals to our body to respond or not. And if the sympathetic nervous system is activated, we're kind of in that fight or flight mode. We're anxious, we're stressed out. When that's activated, our bodies are not going to respond sexually. Sexual arousal happens when our bodies are relaxed and the parasympathetic nervous system is activated.
So it's sort of like when your mental house is in order, then sex is going to become
exactly. And I think that there is this huge myth perpetuated that men should be able to have sex whenever, with whomever, under any condition, and that simply isn't true. Both men and women are equally affected by environmental influences. The context is really important.
And what about lifestyle habits? Because I know you mentioned earlier that smoking and other things in our environment, pesticides, may be a contributor, but we all, may be doing things that affect our sexual lives without even realizing it, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you are more likely to be sexually healthy if you learn to manage your stress, if you get enough sleep, if you limit your alcohol intake. Exercise is really important. All of those things combined can definitely help with sexual arousal.
All right, so you mentioned premature ejaculation.
Yes.
What's one of the contributors to that?
Anxiety. A lot of times anxiety is to blame when it comes to rapid ejaculation. And so the therapy then focuses on treating the anxiety. And I want to also point out how important partners' reaction is when something doesn't go according to plan sexually. When I'm working with women and I ask them the question, what was the worst part of that experience? They'll say something like, oh, I was worried that, my partner wasn't happy. When I ask that question to men, 99% of the time their answer is the look on my partner's face.
Oh my gosh, this is very depressing actually, because there's so much shame that I mean maybe your partner is shaming you without even realizing.
Oh my gosh, some of the reactions from women, especially of male partners, honestly, it breaks my heart. Women can be kind of mean, and men are affected by that. So I work with couples on really mitigating their reaction, trying to stay positive and encouraging can make a world of a difference in whether the person gets over the issue or not.
So I was just going to ask you, what are some of the ways that people can overcome some of these issues? I'm guessing that sex therapy is a huge part of it.
It is, actually, yeah. So once we kind of identify what the underlying issue is, that's where we focus our treatment. Kind of at a more surface, basic level, I think mindfulness approaches go a long way. So when you have that initial feeling of anxiety or the thought, oh my God, I'm not going to, quote, perform, even though I hate that word, the way that I want, just sort of noticing the thought and feeling and creating a little bit of distance as opposed to emotionally attaching to it. When we become emotionally attached to our thoughts, again, that nervous system is going to activate, which inhibits sexual arousal.
I could talk to you about this for hours, Emily. I love when you come see us.
We never have enough time.
We never have enough time, guys. If you would like to learn more or to connect with Emily, you can visit revivetherapy.com. Emily, thank you so much again
Derek.
for stopping by. Hey, when we come back, ready to banish your under eye bags, the pain-free solution that promises to